And welcome, everybody, to our first telephone interview with an Indie Artist of the Year in 2020. I'm Station Advisor Doug Jenkins, doing a little work for the station today. We're talking to Sabrina Fallah. She is an indie songwriter and artist out of Canada. And Sabrina, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So I've been listening to your music as I get prepared for the interview and trying to pick out different influences and kind of just see what all has gone into making you the artist that you are. But when you started listening to music, what are the influences that have really spurred you on here?
When I started listening to music, I was listening to a lot of Michelle Branch and Simple Plan and Avril Lavigne when I was first starting off. Because I was trying to figure out my sound, my style, what do I want to be as an artist? And then when I was 15, 16, I heard my cousin introduced me to Green Day's record,
Yeah.
which led me to then later on hearing their American Idiot record, which then led me to knowing I want to be a rock singer. I felt that was me. I wanted to try it,
Yeah.
And then I ended up being a rock singer.
When was the moment when you're like, I want to give this a go? Because I think a lot of people pick up a guitar, or they maybe they do some karaoke or something like that. But it certainly takes that extra something to say, you know what, I want to make a go of this. When was that moment for you?
When I was 14 and I won my first singing competition, singing "One Day" by Simple Plan, which every time I hear that song, I'm like, thank you, because that's the song that made me win. Since that day, I couldn't get off the stage. I knew I wanted to do it.
So you've got your EP out. Actually, you've got full 10 songs out on your website right now at sabrinafallah.com. Let's go through the process of putting that together. You write all your own music, you play all your own stuff, so it's not something that you just slap together. What was the process of putting your album together?
A lot of writing, co-writing, getting ideas together. My album is pretty much different albums put together for one compilation. Now I released a compilation. So, throughout the years, I wrote a lot of songs. But I went to England for my first EP. Then I went to Nashville for my second EP. So I did a lot of traveling. And I did some recording in Toronto, in Canada. So
when you travel abroad to record and you work with it, like on your website, it mentions that you worked with Stuart Epps, who has produced Elton John and Oasis, which makes you a friend of mine for life because I love Oasis.
Yeah, they're good.
What's the rub that you get from them? What kind? I mean, they add their flavor to it. What do you learn from them in the process of recording?
Well, when I worked with Stuart Epps, he wasn't trying to change me or put anything that I didn't want. He wanted it to sound the way that I wanted it to sound, so I still haven't had my creative touch on it. Basically, all the producers I've worked with let me have my creative touch in it. So I was lucky in that way, because normally people want to change you and do all that stuff. But I have been told before to change, but I didn't work with those people. But, you don't want to work with somebody that doesn't like your style, definitely. I think what I've learned from my producers is just be you and don't change, pretty much. Especially being a female in the rock genre, it's tough. It's tough.
What makes it tough? I don't have any experience playing rock or anything. I just like that we play indie here. But what are the things that you have to deal with above and beyond what your typical indie artist would have to put up with?
People thinking that females cannot be rock singers.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Because let's say Pat Benatar and Joan Jett have been told that many times at the beginning of their career. And look at them now, punching their faces. All those people, look at us now. So there's always somebody trying to bring you down as you're trying to succeed in your career. So you just have to take it and go and just ignore it pretty much. I just listen to it and then it goes out the other ear. I don't. I say, well, I just think it's all jealousy when they say that, but there's always somebody trying to knock you down at some point.
That's a good point. Certainly, there are always challenges with being an indie artist, and you're scrapping for everything that you can get. But I think there are certain things that are just really cool about being an indie artist. I know that when I go to a smaller show or catch a band that's maybe up or coming or trying to make their mark, those events just feel a little bit more special to me. And believe me, I like getting to a big event, Foo Fighters, Beck, what have you. Those are always fun, but those smaller venues where you get up and close and personal with an artist, just always feel, what's the takeaway that you get from these types of events?
I love performing at everywhere I can. So I love being at festivals when the crowd is not too close to you, but they are a bit far. But sometimes people find their way up, and I don't, they like to come close. I like it in the bars or where people can sit right up and have a coffee or a beer or whatever. And I've performed. I've done busking.
Okay.
And you should see how many people come up to you, and I'm very nicely saying, just stand a little bit back so I can play my guitar, please.
Respect the personal space.
They come no, it's okay, but I'm trying to play an instrument, and they're coming so close because they want to be close to me. But I'm I still have to play my instrument, and I'm laughing. I'm this is all. I love it. I love that they're coming close, but I still want to be able to do my thing, right?
Right.
Move around, because if I don't have space, I'm going to feel tense, and then I'm not going to do well because I feel squished. But, and I have performed in the rain and the heat. So I've performed in many different ways, and, oh, my God. Even once I went into, I think it was a bar or some kind of venue. They didn't have they completely didn't tell me I had to bring my PA system because I thought they had their system. Well, I just sang acoustic, no mic, but everybody just had to lower down their voice so they could hear me, because I can't project that loud without the mic. But yeah, I've had to do that too. But you know what? It's all experience. And it's all you're learning through all of it, because sometimes things happen and you have to.
Well, so right now you're hunkered down in the Great White North for the winter and in sub-zero temperatures. But when things start to thaw out, do you hit the road, or are you going to come stateside this year?
I would love to go to the States. Definitely, yeah.
And
but I need the snow to go. And it needs to be clear road to travel. To tour is better when it's clear road. Yeah.
That makes sense. So the album that you can check out right now at SabrinaFallah.com, that is called Kiss is a Killer, and you can check that out. And you can find that online too, right, Sabrina?
Yeah, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Anywhere the music, anywhere there's a music digital store, yeah. And
then where are the best places to follow you social media wise, so people can first they're gonna hear some of your music here just coming up, but if they want to learn more about you and keep in touch and keep track of you and everything that's going on for you, what are the ways to keep up?
Well, all of my social media accounts is my name, so nobody gets confused if there's any changes. So I have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm trying TikTok.
My kids will see you there. I don't know what's going on TikTok, but my kids will find you there.
I don't know. Yeah. Just put Sabrina Fallah, you'll find it. Yeah. But I'm on all of the social media outlets, and if there's anything new coming out, I'll be on it too, because I follow the trend.
All right. Well, Sabrina, we appreciate you joining us, and we are going to debut right now following this interview, All or Nothing. And again, that's off Kiss is a Killer. You can see that at SabrinaFallah.com. But thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
The night is the crowd that won't back down. The whites of their eyes like a fire that won't go out. And they run with their feet on the street and under the lights where the night doesn't reach. There's a car going up to Montreal, up like a shot as the right foot falls to the floor. And the roar and the radio calls. Crank it out loud, crank it out louder. All or nothing, all or nothing, you gotta live it up loud. There's a man in the door with a stone cold smile.